Hi, my name's Stephanie Brady Haley, and I'm here to talk to you today about a teacher that really inspired me. He was my 10th grade world history teacher, and his name is Mr. Lee. And he was the cool teacher. It was like, yeah, I'm taking Lee this year, and just by taking him, it meant that you were a little cooler. Here he is with his wife, and they look like they're skydiving, but I don't see a parachute. As an educator, he seemed to really understand the social capital of the classroom dynamic. And he really took his role as our role model really seriously. He spent a lot of class time telling stories from his life. Always really lighthearted and fun about his time as a boxer or his troubled childhood. And we were absolutely hooked on every word. And when we told stories about history, it was with the exact same cadence and fun. I can still recite a lot of historical facts I learned from his class all these years later. And it was really just because he was such a good storyteller. His class connected high achievement with high integrity through student-centered, project-based learning. We just got to display learning in these really creative, unique ways. This one time, we had this group project, and my friends Andrew and Aaron came over to my parents' house, and we planned out this video. We drew a storyboard, we wrote a script, and then we shot the video in my backyard. It was supposed to depict the American Revolution. This silly string fight was supposed to represent the Battle of Lexington. And as you can see, we got an A. Mr. Lee's intention always seemed to be to connect us to what was real and what actually mattered. He wasn't utilitarian. He made distinction between what was just in the curriculum and what was really actually important to us and what we should probably know. I was in 10th grade when September 11th happened. I remember being in a daze all day and not really feeling grounded or understanding the gravity of the situation. And it wasn't until 5th period, Mr. Lee's class, and we all were sitting there goofing around, and the bell rang, and Mr. Lee sat there and was just like, forget what I had planned today. We need to talk about what's going on. And he really helped me understand the seriousness of the situation and how heavy everything was and how different things were going to be from now on. And I'll just never forget that. When I was in the credential program, I asked Mr. Lee if I could do some of my observation hours in his class. He told me some of the things that I think I knew, or at least could feel as a kid, but couldn't articulate. He told me how much we meant to him and how much being our teacher meant to him. He told me I would care about my students just as much as he cared about his, and he was right. Okay, that's Mr. Lee. Thank you so much for letting me talk about my 10th grade history teacher today.